Do you guys want to hear about my tale of epic agony and pain that I experienced the other day?
Yeah.
It was
Suffering's
pretty
awesome.
dope. Okay, so there's a hilarious ending to this, but okay, so on like Friday morning at like 5 a.m. I wake up with a horrible pain in my gut because the previous night on Thursday I had done like a 7 or 8 hour gauntlet finishing Kingdom Hearts 3. Getting all the way from like the last world being that to all the end game stuff, which does take an eternity. So I finally beat the game at the end, and while I was doing my epic gamer sesh, I thought I'd be a really healthy boy. So I had a gigantic bag of carrots in front of me. So I was just eating those like little baby carrots, but there were so many, and I ate the entire bag over the course of several hours. So I did that, and they're very fibrous, these carrots, don't you know? But they go down real smooth. So I just chowed down.
Wait, were these raw carrots?
These were, raw baby carrots.
I hate carrots.
I like
raw
them. What can I
carrots.
say?
I like them like cooked in a soup, maybe. Like,
Sure.
But like eating them raw, ugh, they're like my least favorite vegetable.
Fair enough. I don't know. I like it way more than something like I don't know. I actually
Eating a
kind of
raw
like most
potato.
vegetables. I
do like a lot of
turnips.
vegetables, but carrots aren't one of them.
Well, okay, fair enough. Anyway,
They're my kryptonite.
fair enough. So I wake up the next morning at like 5 a.m. Pain, horrible, sucks. Try to shit, can't. I'm like, okay, whatever. Go back to sleep. And it's a pressure, you know, a lower gut pressure is building. And
Doesn't fiber like make you shit better?
Okay, what I think more fiber in your diet like gives you more poop, which is good for moving things through your digestive system and just generally is good for you. It's literally bulk that you can't digest and just gives you more to shit, and that's like good for you, as I understand it.
Huh.
Yeah.
But when you just eat, when I ate,
insoluble fiber.
exactly, but it is insoluble, and I think I just ate so much so fast that it just created a plug that just stuck up my guts, and nothing was moving. I mean, I couldn't fart, I couldn't shit. I was trying to belch to get things to come up the other way. It was not happening. I don't know. I probably should have tried to puke a little more, but okay, we're just getting started
Sounds
here.
like a fate worse than death.
Well, if it's in your guts
Indeed.
already, then puking won't do anything, right?
Do you do
That's
the
what I
same
mean,
thing
maybe.
when you're like stuffed up? Do you do the same thing where you're like you can feel it in your gut and you sort of like squish it like as hard as you can with your hands and like
yes.
punch it?
I did try to do that at
Punch
first.
it.
I mean, I literally did that, and I thought that I should maybe try to go for a run to like shake it loose, which I was too much of a pussy. I let the pain beat me down, and I didn't go do that. I probably would have been better off if I did, because okay, here's what happened. So I wake up, I'm in pain. I'm supposed to be at work. I'm like, guys, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm gonna come back later. So I'm out. I feel a little better as the day goes on. And here's where I make a tragic mistake. So during like the morning meeting at work or whatever, like I for some reason I come to the conclusion, despite knowing about this whole carrot thing and feeling in horrible pain all morning, it has started to abate. So I say to Michelle, I've got it. I think what this might just be is, so carrots aren't super satisfying. I think these are just hunger pains.
Oh.
So what I need to do is just eat tons of food really fast,
You know,
and
I
that
know
will
what you
cure
mean.
this
Sometimes
pain.
it's hard. Sometimes you don't know what a feeling is.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And I incorrectly deduced that this was actually secret hunger pains. So I got a gigantic, fully loaded tuna sub from Subway. And because I am quite hungry, so I down that thing in like 30 seconds, and all of a sudden, the pressure is back on, worse than it was by a significant amount before. And from then on, it's something like a 12-hour gauntlet of me writhing on the ground, like in my bed, just attempting to shake my ass loose. But nothing is happening. Nothing is budging. Nothing is moving in any way. And Michelle's in the other room enjoying the nice snowy day while I'm writhing, just going, I'm literally doing this the entire day. So at around it's at 10 p.m. after all the the urgent care centers have closed. So all that's left is the ER. And I at this point I've hit my breaking point. I'm getting the shakes, I'm getting the sweats, and I'm not sure how much longer I can last just enduring this. I was hoping it would just go away, but I'm like, Michelle, I need to go to the hospital. Let's go. I'm gonna die.
Damn.
I mean,
Goddamn.
not that it felt like actual death. It was just pain I would say it was like a 5 or 6 out of 10, but for an entire day, I just was like, my HP bar has to be low at this point, and I'm running low on fuel. I don't have any potions. So we get to the ER, and so we're there. They sign me in, I do my blood work. I'm there for a total of 5 hours before the doctor actually sees me at like 2 a.m. or whatever.
Christ.
It was, I mean, they
That's
said
my
it was a
experience
particularly
every
bad
time
day.
I go to the hospital. It's always forever.
I mean, that's why you go to urgent care. Don't go to the ER, people. Just unless it's a true emergency, then they will prioritize you.
The life
but
hack,
something like
the
this.
life hack is you have to call an ambulance because then they'll rush you in immediately.
But that costs so
Don't
much
you
more
have
money,
to pay
dude.
for that? Yeah.
Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah,
how
I mean,
much
hell,
is 5 hours
if you
worth
need
to
it.
you?
I mean, that's a good question. I lost my entire day. So the point is, okay, this is the thing. When I get to the hospital, I'm in the worst pain of all. Like it hasn't abated at all. It's sharp. It's constant. The pressure. I feel like I'm going to blow, and I'm worried that my intestines will rupture, and just nothing's moving.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. And so it was during that 5-hour period, about 4 hours into it, as I've gone in, they took my blood, they fucking, I don't know, they took my name and they asked me a bunch of questions and shit. As I'm finally getting close to seeing the doctor, I go to the bathroom and praise God Almighty, there is some movement. There is some movement. I do a bit of a shit, and there is some gaseous release.
So it didn't have anything. They didn't do anything for you at the hospital.
They literally did nothing. No,
Yeah.
things took so long that nothing happened.
That the problem just resolved itself while you were
resolved
waiting.
itself. Now I haven't gotten any kind of like bill yet. I mean,
no.
I have insurance, so like I it's probably gonna be something, I imagine. But like I don't know.
You
I
have
was
insurance, it can't
happy
be that
to be
much.
there just to feel like, okay, no, if I collapse here, I will not die. So that's good.
They'll give me emergency surgery if needed.
Indeed,
or whatever.
if needed, if necessary.
Pull this
So,
big
but it
wad
did
of
not help.
carrot out of your guts.
Indeed, exactly. But I mean, so by the time I finally saw the doctor, like the pressure was down from like I don't know, like 90% intolerable, just because it going on so long, to now was like 10%, and it was just feeling way fucking better. And so whatever, like give me like a medicine to like help with like fucking a laxative or whatever, just to help in general. But by this point, the problem had basically fixed itself. So I go home and I'm feeling fine. Things are okay. But yesterday, this is the amazing part. I messaged Digi, and we do the Shield Hero podcast, and Digi is just like, so Nate, I heard you were sick. What happened? And I tell him that whole story, and he's like, dude, that exact same thing happened to me like 1 month ago or whatever, and I wrote a song about it, and it's here, linked in the show notes.
Who was this?
Digi Bro MLP wrote a song about the exact same experience that he experienced. It's called Boiling Guts. Go listen to it. It's the banger of the century. This is it completely encapsulates artistically the experience that I went through, and Digi apparently did as well. Just listen to that. 10-pound brick in my colon. Man, imagine when it's gonna drop, gonna part the ocean. But oh shit, there's no shit coming out. Rub this tummy down. Squeeze me out like some Cheese Whiz. Feeling like a geek kid sitting here an hour. Going both before and after the shower. Fist clench, going Super Saiyan, trying to power. And it just goes on. It just goes on. This is everything that I felt.
Beautiful.
And,
Wow.
it was incredible. Oh, and that reminds me, there was one other facet I almost forgot about this hospital experience, which was while we were there was a family with a bunch of young kids. They were just like listening to loud like YouTube auto-recommended playlist music, and that was fine. But then all of a sudden, one fateful song comes on, and it's I am not afraid of puppeteers. It just
comes on like the radio?
No, well, they're playing on their iPad loudly, like for all to hear. No shame. There's no attempt to, not annoy everybody else. And then they finally get to that triumphant chorus as it keeps going, Discord! I'm howling at the moon, sleeping in the middle on a Sunday afternoon.
Nate, was
they
this
did
before or after? This is pre or post shit?
This was while I was in my most intense agony.
So was this like
Discord
a
is
fever
playing
dream? Were you like afraid that
in the
you were
ER
actually
at like 1 a.m. at night? I'm writhing.
I think he hallucinated.
This sounds like a
was there.
hallucination.
She can
This
vouch
doesn't
for
seem
me.
real.
It
was
was
sympathy hallucinations.
Oh
vicarious.
my God.
And so that's the complete saga. I'm fine now. Thanks for asking.
They obviously were brony. You should be like, you guys are gonna watch T-Bab. It's
Subscribe to T-Bab, guys.
Like I could imagine in your head you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna howl at the moon just for 5 minutes.
I'd been howling at the moon all night. So there you go. It was an interesting. It was probably the worst pain I felt all day in my life. And I almost forgot. On the way in, as I'm stumbling in, like writhing in agony, Michelle's like helping me get inside. There's just like some lady who's just like, "Excuse me, y'all, can y'all spare some change? Like, I gotta get the bus in a couple minutes. I gotta get a taxi to get home." Like to me, as I'm dying of agony, stumbling into this ER at like, I guess at that point it was like 11 p.m. or something. Needless to say, did not.
Good place to find really sympathetic souls.
no
people going into the hospital with medical problems.
Indeed. Okay, but there you go. There's the complete saga. It was fun.
Legendary.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, good time.
time.
How would you rate the experience?
I had a great time. It was pretty fun. I mean, it was better than I don't know, being something worse.
Gay.
I guess. Yeah, better than being gay. They got that gay gene out of me. The surgery was a success, everybody. I'm free at last.
I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working